Hello and welcome to another Boroshin's Retrospectives, this time covering Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Now this is a game that is quite recent compared to what I usually cover, usually covering the classic arcade stuff, but I think this is a great game to cover because it's quite divisive, but also someone asked me to do it weeks back, and obviously I haven't done a video in ages and I feel bad for that. I do apologise again for that. Anyway, to the game. The tagline for this game, as it was coming out, was "Will you cross the line?" I did for about 2 weeks, and then I sort of started to realise that the game was a bit naff in its 2012 version. This is the 2013 version on the PC port. But yeah, it's Street Fighter Cross Tekken, released in 2012 by Capcom. A lot of money went into this game, as you might have seen from that opening cinematic, which was fantastic. I loved those when all the promotional material and everything was coming out for the game. As a big Street Fighter and Tekken fan, very excited to see who they picked from each side to come in. Mostly, obviously, the Street Fighter cast was mostly Street Fighter 4 characters, except from 4, if you count Elena as DLC as well. You had Rolento, Poison, Hugo, and Elena, who weren't in 4 until, obviously, Ultra, but that came out after this. Anyway, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, what is this game? Well, this game is a 2v2 fighting game with Tekken Tag Tournament rules, so it has the idea that if you only have to kill one character. Not kill, KO, I should say, combat, but you know what I mean. You only have to KO one character. Now, in general, it's sort of a, I always class it as a bit of an in-between between sort of Street Fighter and Marvel in terms of craziness. So you have like Street Fighter, which isn't very crazy, apart from some of the stuff in Street Fighter 5. It's pretty disgusting stuff in Street Fighter 5 in terms of setups, but I'll get into that another time, I guess. But Marvel obviously being hella crazy, especially Marvel Infinite, the stuff coming out in that game, that looks insane. You've got like characters having fights on the screen at the same time, which is kind of a bit mental. But yeah, so I class it as an in-between because you had some pretty crazy combos, quite a lot of variety, of what you could do with it. You had the cross-tag system, and then you had lots of things. You had the gem system, that changed stuff, you had all sorts. Let's actually talk about the systems in general. So, main systems, you've got obviously the tag mechanic. This can be triggered by either pressing medium punch, medium kick, or if you do heavy punch, heavy kick, you get a launcher, which if it hits, they tag in. You could also get the launcher through doing an auto combo, which is light, medium punch, heavy punch, or light, medium, heavy, it doesn't have to be punches, and then another heavy, and that'll trigger the launcher. These combos are scaled fairly hard, but they're still pretty decent. Like, I remember when the game first came out, that's pretty much mostly what you saw online. And I think that's why at first people were like, well, this game just seems like you just do the same thing over and over again. Obviously there are much better combos to be found and to be done. But yeah, that's the main tag mechanic. Apart from, obviously, you can, if during a normal or a special or whatever, you can press medium punch and medium kick together to trigger a cross tag, basically. Like, you can cancel, sort of, if you know what, if you get what I mean, like, the character does the move, but then you come in as tag. It's actually very similar to the active switch in Marvel Infinite, in a way. It's actually quite similar. Because you tag in, it costs like some meter. Actually, I don't know whether active switch costs me, or I haven't noticed. Probably does. I presume it does. You probably can't just tag all the time. That'd be a bit crazy. But yeah. So you can do that. Then there's the various systems, like you can do. I think in this match, which I'll do it in a second. You can do cross assault, which is cross circle back, medium punch, medium kick, where two characters both show up at the same time. I think I can do it with Marda. I don't know who I'll do it in a minute. And you can if you're playing like standardly, an AI controls the other character. So yeah, you can do some. It's one of the weirdest stuff, but I like it because I liked it in Marvel 1. Marvel vs. Capcom 1, you can do the same thing. And then you can do. For some reason, I've completely forgotten the name. It's basically a cross attack. I can't remember what it was. Everything was cross. It's all cross. Where you can have it's basically just a more powerful super essentially. It does an animation where your character that you're playing at currently hits them a load of times in some way, knocks them into like a staggered state, and then they get hit by your other character's standard super. It does more damage. But yeah, that's like those are like the main mechanics. I will get into Pandora later because I actually show it off right at the end of the video. Then there's gems. Oh, gems. Now, what can I say about gems? Now, gems, when they announced them, I thought they sounded stupid then. Back in what, they probably announced them late 2011, and I thought they sounded stupid. And I was proven right. They are pretty stupid. I don't think they were good. I think the game would have done much better if it just didn't have them. I don't think they were necessary. I think the game's actually kind of balanced without them. And like, I saw like, even with you could pre-order like the special edition and you got some extra gems. I was like, well, this is already a problem because now maybe some people have access to something that alters your game. It alters the outcome or like the potential strength of something, and not everyone has it. And then they started releasing DLC packs of gems, and some of them were just flat upgrades on the others, and I was like, well, that's just stupid. And then that's the reason why everyone sort of shit on the game at that point. And there was lots of other problems in 2012. It was on this DLC with the 12 characters that you would later be able to get, which were basically complete at launch, but they left them on the disc and everyone knew about them, and there was hacking the people playing them online before they were even out. And then there was version 2012 where characters didn't do enough damage, and then there was timeouts all the time, and jabs were like massively plus on blocks. So there's that infamous video where Mike Ross and Combo Fiend are commentating, and there's literally just a Relento. I think it might have been I can't remember who it was now. Just playing Relento, just jabbing, jab, jab, jab. Because they were like +6, so Relento could do like jab, walk forward, jab, and it was like a true block string. It was insane. But yeah. And obviously jabs led to big damage because you could do an auto combo to a launcher if the jab hit, and you had plenty of time. Hit stun and block stun in this game are very long, they're very pronounced, so which makes the game feel a bit odd, to be honest. But the way the game works. However, in version 2013 they fixed a lot of those issues. Characters doing more damage. You could get rid of recoverable health by doing normal throws, because normal throws were really bad in 2012. They really didn't seem like they had a point. That's another system. Every character has like a chargeable special, and it allows you to end up doing the EX version or your actual super, which is kind of cool. So I think like Mardux's is like tackle, Sagat's is Tiger Knee. There's a couple of reuses his Hadouken. I don't know. Is Ken's Tatsu? I think Ken's is Tatsu. But yeah. You can do it and it costs no meter, so there is actual combos like with Ryu, I know, where you basically get to do the super for free. You don't even have to spend meter to make combos. So yeah. But yeah, they fixed a lot of the issues. But I think the damage was already done in regards to this game. That's the problem with it. People already had a stigma towards it and therefore didn't really want to give it another chance. And other stuff was coming out, wasn't it? There was other games on the market at that point in 2013 that maybe people were more interested in playing. I mean, Street Fighter 4 wasn't bad at the time. It was 2012, but and you would have had you had Ultra on the way when we were in 2013. So yeah. By the way, the reason why I'm just letting the CPU beat the shit out of me is because I want to do Pandora. You have to be on 25% health. Now what this does, Press down, down, medium punch, medium kick, and you sacrifice one of your characters. Your other character gets a massive power boost, but you only have 10 seconds to win. And if you don't win in 10 seconds, you lose. This is the most weirdest game mechanic, and to be honest, in terms of competitive usage, you rarely saw it, if ever. And led me to believe it was basically the most pointless major gameplay mechanic in any fighting game I've ever seen. I stand by that. It does seem a bit pointless. Anyway, what are my thoughts on Street Fighter Cross Tekken? I think the game is fun in its 2013 version. You can be very creative. There's lots of combos that you can come up with. There's lots of... I like the juggle system because you can keep people up for a bit. It's not too crazy, but it's a lot of fun. However, I can totally understand why it failed. Why it cost Capcom so much money, because obviously they had to make all these models from Tekken characters, and they did put a lot of love and care into that. But I can understand why it failed because of basically corporate practices of DLC being on disc, gems, all of that stuff. And obviously there was a lot of problems with the gameplay in the 2012 version. Anyway, I thank you for watching Boroshin's Retrospectives. I will be back sooner. I will not be as long again. I do apologise. I was having problems with recording software actually. But yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.